What is up, YouTube? JankyYGO here. My name is Michael, and today we have a new. We have a bunch of new cards to talk about. Actually, we have some new Utopia support, and we have some new Pendulum Dragon support. So we're gonna just jump right into them. So first up is Starving Venemy Dragon, and it's a level 7 Dark Dragon Fusion Pendulum effect monster. 2500 attack, 2000 defense, its scale is 1. Its pendulum effect reads, each time a card is sent to the graveyard, you can place a Venemy counter on this card for each. All monsters on the field except Dark Dragon monsters lose 200 attack for each Venemy counter on the field. And then once per turn, you can reduce the battle damage you take from a battle to 0. So it's a very powerful effect, and it's gonna basically just let you OTK your opponent. Very cool. Its monster effect is very reminiscent to Starving Venom Dragon. Yes, I read this ahead of time. So its monster effect reads: you can only use its effect once per turn. Its first effect once per turn. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls during the end phase. This card's name, or until the end phase, excuse me. This card's name becomes that original monster's name. You replace this effect with that monster's original effects. Then that monster loses 500 attack and defense. Its effects are negated, and if it does, you inflict 500 to your opponent. Its second effect reads: if this card is in your monster zone, is destroyed, the card in your monster zone is destroyed, you can place it in your pendulum zone. So, what do I think about this card? Well, I think it's very good, and I actually really like it. Its pendulum effect is pretty powerful, and its first effect is also pretty powerful. There are some generic effects that you can copy that would be good that your opponents could have. Destroying a card that isn't like detaching seems pretty good, and all that. The downside of it not being quick effect kind of sucks, but it's still a powerful effect nonetheless, and it's really, really cool. Alright, next up we got some of the Utopia support. So, we got new XD's traps and some reprints, according to this. So, first up is ZS Utopic Sage. It's a rank 4 light warrior warrior effect. 2000 attack, 2500 defense, 2 level 4 monsters with a first effect that's a hard once per turn. You can detach 2 materials from this card to special summon 1 ZW or ZS monster from your deck. However, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters from the extract except XDs, nor attack for the rest of the turn, or nor attack except with number monsters. So, you can't attack with or summon XD's monsters, and you can't basically only numbered XDs can do anything. And the second effect is if an Utopia or a Utopic monster XDs you control is whose original attack is or attribute is like I'm getting all tongue tied with the way this wording is. Other than itself would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this from your field or graveyard instead. So it also protects your other things. Jeez, I apologize for that tongue twister on my end. I'm a bit tired. Had a long day. Anyway, I think its first effect is pretty strong and definitely supports the new way Utopias are going to play. They're moving a little more away from Gagagas and stuff like that and going more into ZWs and ZSs, which is a pretty good thing because Gagagas are not very good. They were a kind of a fun deck back in the day, but it's not very good, and they're not they haven't gotten the support they need to really keep up. So and the ZS stuff has been pretty good and up to par with some of the other decks. At least it makes summoning Utopia a lot easier. But nonetheless, decent card. So we're gonna move on though to Contract of Destiny, which is a continuous trap card, and its second effect is a hard once per turn. First effect, each time a card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you place an Emperor's Key counter on this card, max 1. If your opponent special summons a monster from their extra deck, you can remove one Emperor's Key counter from this card to send one the Door Destiny from your hand, deck, or graveyard, or hand, deck, or face up on the field to the graveyard. And if you do, you special summon one Utopia or Utopic XYZ from your extra deck, and if you do, you attach this card as material. So, what do I think about this card? Well, I don't like that, you have to have your cards destroyed, but on the bright side, you don't have to have your opponent destroy the card, so you can have other cards to, enable this effect. And as for the second effect, that's pretty easy. 99% of decks use an extra deck, so this card can get you a free Utopia. Do I think that the deck needs it? Nah, not really. I think Utopia is pretty good at summoning. If you build a Utopia deck and a rank 4 spam deck, they're pretty good at just summoning Utopia without it. So I think that you guys can skip on this card if you're not going to buy the structure deck, if you're just going to, buy the cards individually and all that. I think you guys could probably skip this card, to be honest. Alright, next up is, and this is the last new card, and then we can talk about the reprints if I feel like it in my video. Numbers Protect. It's a counter trap. You can only use one of the first and second effects per turn, and only once a turn. So you have to choose. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated while you control a number exceeds, negate the activation if you destroy that card. If a number exceeds monsters you control would be destroyed by battle, and this card is in your graveyard, you can set this card from your field or to your field, but you banish it when it leaves. Well, this card is powerful. This card is really, really good. It is. Well, there's a lot of cards that are just. This doesn't necessarily even need to be in a Utopia deck. There's a lot of XCs that are just generically good that we play that you could use this for even more backup. For example, I think it's like number 38, Hope Harbinger. The one that it's a rank 8 that negates spell cards. So you can have that on this too. That's a card that people play. Baguska for the more like casual or like the more like slower decks where people just make a Baguska and pass. That is as well a number monster. So you can have Baguska and set some of these. And obviously you got your Utopias. There's the number F-Zeros and all that that you can use as well. There's a lot of number monsters, and a lot of them are like actually pretty good and still see play today too. So this card is actually just like a generic negation as long as you plan on making good like some of the better number monsters. So yeah, very, very good card. I think Giant Hand is also a number. No? You guys can let me know in the comment section below. I'll probably look it up after this video, or maybe I'll look it up during this video. But you guys can definitely let me know if it is. So, some reprints. We got Utopia Double. We got Gaga Sister. We got, Lightning Blade, Tornado Blade. We got Kage to Kage and Azura Strike. Emergency Network, The Door Destiny, of course, Halfway to Forever, Utopic Dragon, Shark Drake, and Galaxy Prime, huh? So, you get a decent sweep of XCs here. And if Utopia Double is in here, then as a reprint, then we're probably gonna get the card searches as well, Double or Nothing. And I just looked it up, by the way, for the Numbers Protect. Giant Hand, which negates a monster effect, is also a number monster. So you have a lot of options for Number Protect. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. If you want to see if you want to send me, any cool deck profiles or replays, my email is in the description. Send it to my email. If I will feature the emails or the replays on the channel, and I will cover the deck list as well and go over the deck profile. And of course, and as always, have a wonderful day